Testicles? Testicles? Okay. We're on air. We're live. I think. Okay. Well, here we are. This beautiful country of ours. Surrounded by carrion and death. Not yet, but eventually. We'll get there. We're just, we're building up to it, alright? Let's see. Oh yeah, I remember this game.
What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a look at something special. I covered this game in demo format about a year ago and found that the game was very promising. And here we are a year later in early access.
Where the fuck? An audio.
And I'm happy to say that this is one of those games that's like intoxicating. This is a very difficult game to put down once you get started with it. It's a little title called Micro Civilization that I wanted to make sure everybody was introduced to because it's a little bit of an idle game. It's a little bit of an incremental game. It's a little bit of a strategy game. I find it to be really fun. This is the kind of game that for me, having like a crackle brain ADD thing going on, that this game hits on every single hemisphere of my brain and it's constantly keeping me stimulated. I'm exhausted by the time I get done with it. And so today we're going to take a look at the game for about 30 minutes. We're going to try to figure out whether or not it's the right game for you. If after watching this you wanted to get the title for yourself, I'll have a link for you down below. But let's get started. What is Micro Civilization? Micro Civilization is a game that imagines what if civilization, so let's say that you're taking something like Empire Earth, I guess would be a good place to start. A game where you start out with cavemen and you go all the way to the sci-fi future, slowly, incrementally, and getting it done. And then you combine that with Civilization, you combine that with like an incremental clicker game, you would end up with Micro Civilization. This is one of those games that makes me really happy to be in indie games because you would never see anything like this made by a AAA outfit. It's way too risky, it's way too experimental, it's way too weird, but ultimately I do think that the developer has stumbled upon something really good here. And so I'm going to need to give you a little bit of a lead-in because you're coming into a late playthrough right now, about an hour and a half into this game right now. And so there's a lot of stuff going on that's not going to make sense. I'm going to be clicking a lot of things. I'm going to be doing a lot of things. So let's get started with the bare basics. The point of this game is that you're trying to take your civilization as far into the future as humanly possible without your population going down to zero. For all intents and purposes, your population is your civilization's HP. This is the win-lose criteria. If this goes down to zero, it is over. There's no walking that off. You're done. And then you've got to recover from there and bounce back. The game's not necessarily over, but you are going to have to begin a long and arduous recovery process to get back up on the horse.
I actually have this game. It's pretty good. Played it when it first came out. Very addictive. Make a really good mobile game. I haven't played it in a while, so wouldn't mind checking out what kind of basic got going on.
And get yourself moving again. We have food. Food incrementally ticks upwards. At the beginning of the game, you're going to be clicking it, but once your society gets up into the Bronze Age like mine is, it's going to go up on its own. Whenever it gets up to this threshold, it's going to give you more population. Population needs places to live. You have a list of buildings over here like cottages, housing, abodes, huts, shanties, all that kind of stuff that will give you housing capacity. If you don't have housing capacity, they're going to turn into vagabonds, and vagabonds increase your society's risk of a revolution, which can be like a battle or a flood or a fire or tsunami or whatever else that you have to deal with. Over here on the right-hand side, I'm currently building a quarry because I have no access to stone. And so this is going to boost up my stone production by a ton. We have gold. This is going to give you a number of abilities you can use, often exchanging gold for something else, be it more soldiers or tearing down buildings. You can also have too many buildings, which creates a fire risk if you have no one to live inside of them. I can import food so that I get population faster. I can import wood, which is used for building some buildings. We have autonomy over here, which is once again another type of currency. This is basically how put together our society is. And how much they kind of run themselves with without governmental interference. You can trade this in for stuff. Right now, I have autocracy. Oh, we're under attack right now by the Celts. These up here are scouting parties that I've sent out onto the world map, which you can see right here, to conquer various territories, which will give us buffs and will give us permanent buffs if we actually complete the tile and win the campaign. You can see my list of soldiers over here on the right. Combat in this game is very, very simple. Just like everything else, it's incremental and it's timed. What's going to happen is when you get attacked, there's going to be bad guys coming on in. This is their health meter. And then this little arrow is going to go down with time. You have 60 seconds. So about every 10 seconds, one of these bad things is going to happen. We're going to lose 25% of our gold. We're going to get robbed. They're going to break one of my workshops, which can actually be catastrophic if it's one of the food-producing ones, or if it's something that's making it so my population doesn't collapse, that's really, really bad. It can kill 300 of my population. It can wipe out most of my population. Like, bad things can happen if you don't resolve this. And this is as a result of I was scouting a neighboring tribe, and apparently they are not friendly. I knew that they were not going to be friendly. When you scout a location, this game does a really good job of telling you exactly what you're going to get. And in fact, that's supposed to be taken into account because I did this on purpose. Not for the film or not for the video, but because I need more housing. And my reward for this quest is that I get 500 houses. And so, level 10 Celts. That's how combat works. Down here we have everything from militia to hoplites to stone walls, for example. I can use a stone wall and it will cancel out some of these bad things that happen. Right now my current stone wall has a chance to cancel 1 to 2 of the bad things that are going to happen down here. And when that bad thing happens, instead of happening to me, it deals damage to the enemy. Or I have horsemen. Now there's also other things that I can do. I have other abilities based on the buildings and the workers that I have going on. I have this right here, which will make my next unit deal.
You know what? I'm just gonna play it for a minute. Check it out. Yep. Micro save. All right. Focus my cursor. Can't see it on my main screen. It's weird. Okay. So here we are. We're at some like fertile river valley, I guess. We're at the Euphrates. Or Euphrates. Euphrates. The Mesopotamia, I suppose. Um, so I'm gonna build up food. No free space star. Bro, what the fuck's up with my cursor? This is really fucking weird. Fuck. Okay. Again, where the You know what? I think I have to update my graphics driver. It's gotta be it. Oh shit. God damn it. Why the fuck? Still ain't doing download, bro.